Hi everybody, I'm Tim from TroutandFeather.com, and I'm going to jump right into this one because I'm announcing an upcoming fly tying event, the International Fly Tying Symposium 2018. This is one of the premier fly tying events in our country, and I'm really excited to take part in it, as I've had over the last couple years. To tell you just a little bit about this, it will be on November 17th and 18th in Parsippany, New Jersey at the Sheraton Hotel. The cost is around $15 on Saturday, I believe $12 Sunday. I think there's a dual ticket for both days, around $22. And this hotel this year is like a giant castle. It looks incredible. So imagine going into this giant room and it's just loaded with fly tyers. Up and down every row, tying every fly imaginable. Freshwater, saltwater, stillwater. We have realistic patterns, jig nymphs, Atlantic salmon flies, tube flies. I mean, you name it, someone there is tying it. It's just absolutely, it's crazy. And then you have vendors. So basically any fly tying supply you want, it will be in that room. There's also some fly fishing vendors. There's just a ton going on. And I'll tell you a little bit more about it. But the first thing I want to concentrate on is the fly tyers, because as you go up and down rows, you will immediately recognize so many of these tyers. And it's not just an opportunity for you to watch and move on. You basically can hang out, watch some tie flies, learn techniques, interact with them, connect with them. That's one of my favorite parts of being there. It's just connecting with so many people, especially so many people who have viewed my fly tying videos. It's great to just sit back and talk with them and just share fly tying tips and just those little things that we do, and it's just great to interact with everybody. Now the fly tyers, this is probably one of my favorite parts, and it's just going through the list, and I'm going to read some of them that I wrote down. Now most of these are friends that I look forward to seeing, but you'll recognize a lot of their names. My buddy Michael Albano will be there, Teo Bacalar, Tom Baltz, Blaine Chocolate. I mean, seriously, let me keep going. Klauser will be there, Tim Flagler, Nicole March, Josh Miller. He'll be my tying buddy. He's a member of Fly Fishing Team USA. Ted Patlin, Harry Scholl, Sun Tao will be there, Rob Giannino from the Fly Fishing Journeys podcast. I mean, you name it, the tyers will be there. I would recommend checking out the website. It's internationalflytyingsymposium.com. I'll have a link to it down in the description just to check out all of the tyers that are going to be in attendance. It's nuts. Now, aside from that, there's also some other things that are going on that basically come with your cost of admission. There's going to be lots of seminars. They'll be on fly tying and fly fishing topics. There'll be an author's booth with people like Jay Nichols, Fishy Fulham, Popovics. There will be featured fly tyers where you basically are in an audience maybe with 50 to 75 people watching someone tie. Their flies will be enlarged. You'll get to hear them kind of share some tips, talk about the patterns, and just go into the intricacies of them. There's even some interaction during that time. So there is lots going on. You will not be bored. You'll probably be a little overwhelmed if you hadn't been there before. There's also some classes, and I'll talk about those in just a second. In fact, let's just kind of go there now. And I do want to just say a special thank you to Mr. Chuck Frimsky. He's the director of the symposium. He again has asked me to participate in some of these things, and I'm going to mention them, but it's always an honor to be asked. So I'll go through some of the events that I'll be taking place with, since I know some of you are subscribers and you're always interested to know what I'll be doing at these shows. So on Saturday, I believe doors open around 9 o'clock. So I'll be tying for the first hour, and then at 10 o'clock I have a seminar. It's going to be on mayflies. So it's about a 1-hour presentation. We'll talk about the life cycle of mayflies. We'll talk about which ones are important for fly fishermen and fly tyers, and then I'm going to go through some of the major hatches and share some of my favorite patterns with you regarding mayflies. So it's a really fun presentation. I look forward to seeing a lot of you there. You'll get a lot of stuff out of that. I'll share some of my favorite flies. Not all of them, but quite a few of them. You'll enjoy that. Then I go back to my tying station, and then we're going to talk about this class. So I have a fly tying class on Saturday. The time is from 1 o'clock to 3:30, and I'll be teaching a class on tying emergers and articulated streamers. So we'll be learning two concepts in one. It's a really great class. There is a fee for this class. It's $80. Now with that $80, it also covers your cost of admission. So factor that into it. It'll be a small group class, somewhere around 8 to 10 people, no more than that. And we're really going to just take the first hour or so and talk about articulated streamers. We'll be tying them on Honic hooks. I'll provide all of that stuff. We'll talk about the connections, materials to use, ways to fish them. I'll share with you some of my articulated streamers that I use, some of my best patterns, and just talk about why they've worked for me, and we'll try to figure out which patterns will work for you as well. We'll go through the tying for a couple of them, so I'd like you to leave the class with a minimum of a couple articulated streamers. Then we're going to switch gears and we're going to talk about emergers. I used to be a fly fishing guide, and some of my clients caught their biggest fish on emergers because it's such a vulnerable stage for insects. So we're going to talk about what makes a successful emerger. We're going to tie a few of them together, some of my favorite ones. For the class, with that $80, all of your materials are covered, so I'll have all that for you. The only thing you'll need to bring is a vise, your basic tools, scissors, all that stuff, and your thread. Since we're going to be tying streamers and emergers, come with a couple different sizes of threads. Don't worry too much about the colors. Just think about dark, light. Don't go too crazy with all of that stuff. If you need anything, just let me know. If you're interested in taking the class and you just have a couple questions about it, leave a message down below in the comment section of this video, or you can email me at tcammisa@gmail.com, and my email is found in the description of this video. I've done this class, or I've done a couple classes, not on this topic in the past though. And if you've taken my class before, I'd love to hear from you down below in the comment section, just to tell others what the experience was like for you, because I felt like we've had a lot of fun in these classes over the years. Unfortunately, there is a limit on how many people can participate. So by all means, look into that. I think you'll enjoy it. Saturday night, this is just, I'm throwing this out there. There's also a banquet. There's a cost for the banquet. The banquet's awesome. I mean, you get so many giveaways just when you walk in the door that's worth the cost of admission. It's a great time. At the banquet on Saturday night, just a wonderful dinner, but they also announced the Project Healing Waters Fly Tyer of the Year. Last year it was Mr. Suntal, so it was cool to see him there as a tyer and win that award. I heard there's some great candidates and great finalists this year, and I'm looking forward to participating and kind of watching all that go down Saturday night. Then on Sunday, tying again continues for me, and Sunday around 1 o'clock, I'll be featured as a fly tyer. So I'll have kind of a group setting that's included with the cost of admission. I'll be tying guide flies, basically simple flies for really smart fish, and I'll share with you some of my favorite guide flies that are just really easy to tie, but they work really well. So I look forward to kind of interacting and seeing some of you. I hope to kind of meet you. Hopefully you participate in the seminars or the featured fly tyer. I'm sure a few of you will take the class, and I really look forward to that. This is just a great event. If you have any questions about it, you can leave them down below. I'll try my best to answer them, or you can email me. I would definitely encourage you to check out the symposium website just for the list of tyers alone, because there is just so much going on there. This is just one of those wonderful events, and I look forward to seeing so many of you there. Now, if you're not going to be there, as always, you can check out troutandfeather.com. You can watch some of my fly tying videos and just plan on coming next year, because this is an event that you definitely don't want to miss. Well, thank you everyone for watching this. You know what to do if you have any questions. If you're wondering about the beard, this is just a temporary thing. I teach school, and our fundraiser right now is No Shave November. So I'm not shaving. I probably will be shaving for the symposium. This is just getting a little scratchy. My wife, Heather, she does not enjoy it too much. So you probably aren't going to see me too much longer with this if you're wondering. So I'm sure most of you are not. All right, everybody, I will see all of you soon.